Alright then. Alright, good evening. Normally I start already in the level, but I found this kind of neat. You can actually zoom in on this book and it just tells the full story. This is basically the cutscene from the end of the second game with King Frederick and the Order of Justice. Then comes this story with Borgia at the start of the second game. His working for him, and then goes all the way. I like little illustrations. They're fun. Anyway. As mentioned, or as not mentioned, never played this one before. Not sure how it will run. Or how it will go. Catacombs, Sacre de Saint-Michel, 1508. (1508) is the time, I believe, at which we left the second game. Unless, of course, time dilation is a thing, or rather, time fuckery since they destroyed my time machine. So not sure how it will start. Oh, it's the same cutscene.
There he is! Look up! In the window! Across the room! Get him!
It is indeed time fuckery. I'm assuming? Right, tutorial. Double click. I've clicked the item is too high on the statue, I can't reach it from here. Actual hands. Interesting. Actually folded tool. Oh, now they actually show a cogwheel. If you can manipulate it. That's neat. Don't have to guess anymore. A bit loud. Maybe turn this down a bit. Not sure how loud it is on the stream, but for me it is. Got a bunch of rats. It's part of the broken Oculus Perpetua. I need to find a way to get them all. Okay, so that rock looks weird. What do you do? You break is what you do. Can I reach that? I'm assuming that's a no. Rats, a bunch of them. Yeah, rats everywhere, no way I'm going in there. Understandable, I say. That's a book. He still has his spear. See another mechanism back there. Statue seems severely damaged. Yeah. See another... Oh no, that's just a torch. No, that is a mechanism. Can't interact with it yet though. Statue is broken. Okay, try this one again. This connects to back here, I guess. The candle. I cannot grab the stick. I think there was some effort it could be knocked down. Yeah, that's probably from before I actually did that. I fucking hate that I click outside the window all the time. Nothing on the door I can use. So rats be there. I can still reach this bird. Metal shaft. Right. Plus symbol. Then I should be able to use that for as a lever here. That. That looks like a hazard. Okay, grab pod 1. I can now see back here. Oh, so I'm using this as a ramp against the statue. Huh. Again, looks very hazardous. Book. Right, this is just an empty book I can write in. Right, the Chronicle Leonardo and close it, reopen it so I can read. The Chronicle Leonardo and I came for was in my hands. Just a few more minutes and we might have been safe, but they caught up with us. I managed to turn on Leonardo's miraculous device, the Oculus Perpetua, but before I had the time to use it, some unknown man started shooting at me. It was bittersweet irony when one of the bolts hit the Oculus. It may have saved my life, but the broken machine then plunged me through different times, prolonging my fall until it stopped working altogether. But where there is life, there is hope, and I'm still alive. I must look for the Oculus Perpetua, find the Chronicle, and find out what happened to Leonardo. I have my work cut out for me. In the depths of the catacombs of the Sacre Saint-Michel, I came across something unique. In one of the corridors is a bricked-up room once used by the architects who designed the place. Several centuries have passed since then, but I think I can find another use for a sturdy desk now. I have to find all the parts of the Oculus Perpetua. If I can't put them back together, my options for escaping this place will be very limited. Not even sure what time I'm in yet. Hello Bartolo, I'm sorry I cannot meet you in person, but the Cardinal is in great hurry to begin work on St. Mary's shirts and cologne. I need you to assume the responsibility for the completion of the catacombs and stay in Avigliano until everything is in order. We've been promised a generous reward from the church, and the monks will be burying the dead here for hundreds of years to come. Let us make it look the part. Do not forget to wall up this room and remove all traces of scaffolding when you are done. Send a message and then follow me to Cologne. We will share the reward as always. God bless you, JL. March, the year of our Lord 966. P.S. If you do not want to keep the workbench I brought in Venice, feel free to wall it along with the room. I have no use for it anymore. So, if I'm still in 1508, this has been here for quite a while. I can make different forms here, but for what reason, not sure yet. Okay, so this holds something around. Got a few tools, a lens. Do not need the hammer. Plants. Mushrooms. I'm sure if mushrooms grow this paper would not have survived 600 years. Oh, 400... What would it be? 442? 542. Now, there is the part here. Oculus Perpetual Lens. And a screwdriver. Can I do anything here? Does not look like it. Now, this was connected to the other thing. Maybe it now stays down here. Nope. Ah, but I can use the screwdriver on this part. To take it out. Can I press this together again? Still feels a bit loud. So this is for pressing something. Yeah. In that case... Need to select the red shape on the TV. It's not this one. Could be that one. Nope. I'm absolutely sure that this would not create enough force to actually bend metal. Cold metal. Not a blacksmith though. A bent cogwheel and the last part. Or at least the last part I can get to. Right, first off, turn the sounds quieter. Because they feel very loud. Give you. I like the little detail that the wheel actually turned upwards. Cogwheel. Now, put the lens in. Put the cogwheel back in. Put the lens on. The cover on. Okay, then see if we find any time portals. Yes. After okay, wait. Read a comment by Giacomo at the bottom of the screen. After that, left click anywhere on the screen to continue. When I got close, the pulsating rays appeared around the portal as if reacting to the proximity of the ocular perpetua. Still being built here, so it's probably 966. Flow of time is frozen in the past. I need to find something I could do that would influence the present. This is where the rats live. Oh, what do we have here? Close the wall. Apparently it's where the rats came from and not the holes in the wall. A book. Chronicle of the Ordo Justitialis. I can... Right. Fortune finally smiled on me. The Oculus Perpetua is operational again. I can use it to visit the past. Even small changes in history can help me carry on in the present. But now I should focus on getting the Chronicle of Ordo Justitialis, because without it, I will lose a very important clue. It must have formed through time with me, and if that's the case, perhaps I'll run into it here in the catacombs. Going back to the secret library for it is out of the question. I found the Chronicle on the other side of the catacombs and put it safely in my bag, but this part of our adventure isn't over. I need to get upstairs, find out what happened to Leonardo, and make sure we both get away without being chased by these mysterious soldiers. This entire game, again, ignores one of the constraints of time travel, of traveling to the past specifically, because it's very, very convenient that no one during the entire time, and I remind, this was 966 when it was built, this is 1508, this is like 542 years later. No one ever lifted that up again. The Ordo Justitialis is only a tool and should be treated as such. A good warrior sharpens his sword, a good priest exercises his tongue. Likewise, he who seeks to make best use of the Order will keep it a secret and shrouded in mystery. But tools need to be used carefully, because their powers can be turned against their users. You can cut yourself with a sharp sword, and do harm with ill-chosen words, and the secret Order getting out of control could lead to untold consequences. That is why I am storing the Chronicle in this place, and in another I am having a shrine built to commemorate this day. I expect each of my successors to become fully acquainted with the tool before deciding to use it. PPII or PP second. Need to have a good skull in a catacomb. Not the best skull, that. And we, again, have wonderful little lens puzzles. Oh, this is the Scriptorum, no? Yeah, that guy saw him. Not even a question. Right, so this is correct, but I need a key.
They did us. The monks must have warned him. Maybe they're even hiding him somewhere. That's possible. At least we got the one upstairs. Unless he sprouts wings, he'll be getting downstairs in chains. I'm not so sure. It's taking them too long.
So I can eavesdrop, which is rare. I still have no key. At this part, I think I can only eavesdrop. There is also nothing else I can interact with on this thing. Unless I'm overlooking a scratch mark somewhere. Okay then. So this would be correct already. Then insert something. Probably not the book though. So why the fuck, why are you just disrespecting the dead like that? Not cool. This is however the only other place I can go. There's no time travel thing. Can interact with the book, so this is literally just eavesdrop. And then I... Nope. Kind of stopped it early. Nothing else I can interact with here. Or back there. Nothing at my feet. Nothing else on the door that I could use. To put in there. Yeah. Don't think this item would fill. Yeah, I don't think so either. Is there anything on here? Ah, back on the back. Yeah, they would hear that. I had to flee. Meet me at my friend's house. I'm sure you remember me telling you about him. I'm sure you also know how to look at the ladder. Then you get precise directions on how to get there. Hurry, a friend. Letter opener. The whole time at the catacombs, I wondered what had become of Leonardo. When I found his message, a huge weight was lifted from my chest. But there was no time to celebrate. I was in the midst of unknown enemies' ranks, and finally the gravity of my situation hit me. Leonardo would say it was my open mind that got me out of the mess in the end, but I'm pretty sure that luck did its share. The Chronicle of the Order is in my hands, and thanks to the letter Leonardo left me, I know where we meet again. My expedition was nerve-wracking, but when I look back on it, it was a success after all. Now I must go to the house of Luca Pacioli, Leonardo's good friend, of whom he has spoken to me many times. Okay, use knife on key. Use knife on lock. That's a weird one use lock. You can never lock this door again. Right, tutorial level done. Villa of Luca Pacioli, Northern Tuscany, 1508. Kind of dark until now. Why is it always night? House of Luca Pacioli. I followed the instructions Leonardo left me and found Luca Pacioli's villa. It's quite remote but nicely stored and walled off with a high wall. The house is completely silent, but it's too early to draw any conclusions. Besides, this is where we're supposed to meet, and I need to get in. I need to get in. Can we just knock? No. This one drops. Get it back down. Oh, I need to drop that one first. Simple sliding puzzle. Very nice. Okay, we got a big door. With machinery behind it. That's a dragon, or supposed to look like one. That doesn't do anything. Just a straight up flamethrower in your garden. That's a decoration. I cannot turn this. Ah. So this looks at different things depending on what you use. Fucking hell. We can't even do that. We can't even do that realistically in 2020. Oh, 2022. 2023? 2023. Should leave my house more often. Alright, I hear a time portal. Up there. Don't think I can get it at the moment. Need something to cut here. Door. Can I knock? No. Why can't this man not knock? Door is barricaded from the inside. Instead of just knocking. Someone wanted to keep people outside. House is empty. Leonardo probably already left, but I am sure he must have left me a message. I followed the instructions Leonardo left me, I'm afraid. The main door was barricaded from the inside, but I managed to open it with a good deal of brute force. It seems neither Leonardo nor his friend Luca are here. I need to find out what happened to them, but it looks like the departure, however rushed it was voluntary. Book? Book. Letter. Dearest friend, I am glad you were able to find both this residence and what we came to the scriptorium for. As you surely noticed, this place is deserted. My friend, you know who I'm talking about, and I decided to go to the place where we'll all meet. I am sorry about this test, but I need to be sure that whoever is reading these words is indeed you. Look around, be perceptive, and know that the wind will whisper about the path to take. Friend, P.S. as always, I wish you good luck and an open mind. Get a little clamp. I can't get my book back, apparently. As expected, the master left me another message. I was intrigued by the rooster's sketch in the words, the wind will whisper about the path to take. That must mean something. Either way, I have to do everything I can to pass Leonardo's test. I hear it won't be easy, but it's sure to make it hard for anyone who wants to follow us. Nothing else in this room, it appears. Wonder if I got my book back. That's a stairway. Do you go on here? Yes. So this turns it twice. This turns it once. This turns it once. I always need to turn this one twice. At least twice. Because otherwise I can't get out. Now this allows me to get out here. Okay, perfect. I could have probably done it by hand. Armbound disc. What is the star for? Alright, can I go inside? Yes. Behind a massive door, I found a room where Leonardo probably spent a lot of time in recent years. The study he used during his time with Luca had reminded me of his workshops in both Florence and Milan. It seems like only yesterday that I was entering his cells under rather unfortunate circumstances. Everything in the room conveys Leonardo's style, ornamental but practical furniture and lots of mechanical models, tools and gadgets. You can see that the master had a free hand in his work. On one hand, I'm sorry Leonardo and I won't be meeting here, but on the other, I'm very much looking forward to testing all his inventions myself. Some people would pay handsomely for such an opportunity. For example, Cesare Borgia, though he would be more interested in discovering the master's secrets and using his knowledge to gain more power instead of a better understanding of the functionality. Right, we have a writing desk. Need a key for that. 1, 2, 3. A little cart model. Got another letter here. Dragons have always fascinated me. Creatures of myths, legends, and fairy tales that instill fear into the hearts of grown men. And my drawings are always depict them based on anatomical models of existing animals. The human imagination is powerful, but it is nothing compared to the reality of nature. I can't portray pride, guile, or cruelty better than through the eyes of a feline. I can't imagine strong arm or skates of a great lizard. But there is one characteristic of dragons for which I cannot find inspiration in nature, and that is their ability to breathe fire. And that is what I was thinking about when I designed the new lighting for the access road to Luca's mansion. Along with the metal body of the dragon's head, I set about repairing the bell tower. The clapper of the bell was nowhere to be found, so I asked Luca to have a new one made. I designed the top of it with a six-sided cross-section so that it could be mounted on a fixed axis like the one I used for the wine cart. For example, if we decide to mechanize the bell in the future, I'd hate to change it again. Need a wheel here. Do not have that yet. Mechanized cart probably goes here somewhere. Letter. Today I felt a tinge of regret that I didn't bring some of my wine seedlings with me. Luca told me he would like to expand his vineyard, and I decided to help him. He gave me the former granary to use as my workshop, and I started making a model. The biggest problem with the vineyard is water. The grapevine suffers from a lack of moisture, as Luca is very often on the road, whether fulfilling his duties as a friar or getting new material for his book. This house belongs to a friar? Holy shit. But even when he stops at home, the well is a long way off, and watering even the few rows of wine is a lengthy and difficult process. I have to figure out the transportation system for water, grapes, and the final product, wine. The obvious solution is livestock, but there is no room for that. The ground is too soft for a normal cart, but if we could create suitable tracks made of solid material for it, perhaps in time we could even repair and use the old windmill in the middle of the garden to pump water. This tiny house belongs to a friar. What about oaths of, like, not owning stuff? Oaths of poverty. The master has stayed with Luca since he passed through the gate into the past. As soon as he laid his eyes on the old mill, he was fascinated and thought about how to make it useful. Right. Car probably goes in this model somewhere. Probably around here. Or it has to reach there, that's the other option. Can I go upstairs? No, there is a door. I need a key here. Bars are bound tied together with a chain. I might need a special item to get through. A chain cutter. Can probably open these. Right, this is the drawing of this one. Cannot move that around. There's nothing to be seen here. But I need to move those two bars inside. Can't look at that from another perspective, another angle. Can't move those yet. Can't look at the windmill. Can't look at the starting point. Do I have something for here? Arm-bound disc. Not yet. Need a gear for here. There's nothing on this table. What are you? Why can I look at this specifically? Something needs to be put in there. Right, anything I left outside here? This only leads to up here. Nothing to do with that little star thing. this is done. This I can look at, but not manipulate. Also not with that. I can still go inside. Would have thought I'm done in here. So I guess I need a wait later on to get my book back. Not back. Nothing else in the garden. That I cannot interact with that is a bit weird to me. Can't do anything with this, but I'm feeling like that goes on the model. No, it's too big for the model. Except maybe here. But it's not done yet. Ah, the card goes there. Aha. An ornamental lever part. That could fit on there. Ornamental lever. What to do with that lever though? Don't feel it goes on there. Does not go on here. Does not go on there. Right. What do you have? You have indentation there. And this was blocked earlier. This is a diamond type. Ah, here. Turns that around, has a rail. Has a key. This one looks like it fits into the writing desk. Right, so here we have the bell. The fuck? You go up there, you go up there, you go to the left, you go down, you go to the right, but you go up there, you go down, you go left. Get a little bell tower. Or belfry, whatever it's called. It's technically not a tower, I guess, so yeah. Wooden plate with protrusions. Shows the little bell tower. Nice. This man is incredible at writing, at drawing. Does not go here, I feel like. No. So it does not go here. Have I seen this specific anywhere? Like 2 diamond studs and 2 round ones? Don't think I have. Still cannot reach that, so... Don't think I can move this back to the left. No, I can't. There is no other pattern I get. Right, the door opened. Maybe use that. Maybe something back there. Okay, I can still zoom in on the little star thing, but not use it. Ah, you go here. A little cat. Well, little is probably not the right word. I feel like this is the only part that I can take it out from. Right. Just not the exact point. Nice wine containers, but also very heavy. For to see what is behind them and need to find a way to remove them. Pushes down walls. Does not carry wine containers. Okay. I don't... Can I use this yet? It does not appear so. Get mechanisms too far away. Like this lion. You are on a rail. Can I go there to the left? Yes. Need a lever here. And maybe one here. Can't operate yet until I repair the crank. Lion has a rail. Not sure where he goes. Could go on there. Not on there. No. Lion statue with a little rail on the bottom. Feels like something fits in that bell tower as well. No. Alright, any other rails I've seen? Do you have a rail where the line could fit? No. And I forgot to fill my glass. Can only interact with those two levers. This leads me back. There's a little bridge above me, how nice. So back to over there. Nothing else I can do with this. And for this okay. For this I need to move the cart in here. I can see that. For that I need to repair this lever mechanism. For which I need a lever. Can I take the spring? So it would pull something from there. And then this would be to move it left, right. So next step feels like it's moving their cart along. But I don't think I can push it. That actually looks like I could move the nail around. Right, nothing to do here. Cannot take it from the door. There is no rail here. I checked this already, but there is no other pattern on here. Okay. Don't have anything to put in there. So the line is the only thing I have. I cannot push this cart. I think I need something to put in there for that. Where does this line go? Oh. I can't take that out. Get a small key. Small key is quadratical. Okay, wind up the car. So this has reached its destination and something goes on top. What are you? Okay. This means I can now, I should now be able to open the right one. Yes. It gives me a wooden frame, 2 little buttons. Ah, and I can now rotate this around. Something goes in here. A full magazine. Interesting. What do I use that for, though? I cannot move this anymore. Do you go on here? No. I cannot return the card to its original position. Full magazine of arrows, but what for? I haven't seen any kind of crossbow yet. In which case it would be bolts, not arrows, but that's beside the point. Still don't have anything to open this with. Or anything to open this with. Arrows not needed here. Can I do anything here? No. Cannot rotate this anymore. Cannot do anything with the tower itself. Or the belfry. Belfry? Don't even know. Nothing else on the table. don't think the magazine goes in here. And it does not go in here for sure. So it wouldn't need to be on the outside. The fact that I can still interact with this thing makes me a bit weary. Normally if you're done with something, you cannot interact with it anymore. Right, outside I go. Can I put that on? I don't think the magazine goes here anywhere. No, in fact, I cannot interact with it anymore. Oh, right. Lion slides in here. Makes sense. Not sure how much I would trust that stair, in fact, but... Set a point. Hello, Luca. Last time you asked me why I didn't create something more interesting than my ever-present mazes, so I thought I'd make you happy. What you see before you is a weapon I fashioned after Master Gianette's crossbow, with my repeatable mechanism method. It's rapid-fire, penetrating and accurate. I set up some targets in the yard. You'll find bolts in the study downstairs. Okay, weather vane. Mechanical part with wooden handle. That probably goes on the crossbow, the aforementioned one. Mechanism is blocked by something. Slide that out. Something is preventing the gate from opening. Right, this thing down there. For that, I'd probably need the cart to move in. Oh wait, can I actually... Yeah, I can reach the... So now... It seems that at some point in the history of this mansion, a tornado came and tore the vanes of the mill. The cloth would normally withstand such an onslaught, but it's possible that no one bothered to tilt the blades. After all, as a friar, Luca is frequently on the road. According to Leonardo, he's usually either lecturing somewhere or pestering traders from faraway lands to teach himself the magic tricks he enjoys so much. You go on here, I'm pretty sure. And then magazine. It's a bit of weird to control there. Okay. And now I'm pretty sure I just have to take out all the wine. Which won't be remade in the next 2 years. Don't even remember how many wine barrels it was, but I believe that's all of them. Oh wait, I can actually go further, no? Yes. Need a mechanism for that, which I do not currently own. But I cannot... Oh wait, this would move the stairway around, I think. So first something in there, to then drop it later on. However, now I think the wine barrels should be gone. Or, don't even know what you'd call them. One is still here. So back to the past I go. He also took his crossbow with him. One barrel remains. Where is it? Ah, okay, so whenever I click outside the window, it goes up. Ah, there it is. Okay, that should be it now. Path to the bottom of the belfry is free, but I'm unsure how to take advantage of it. And I don't get anything from it. For this I need to move the card through. Which I'm still unsure how to move. It looked like something on the ground. Still can't do anything there. Right. I think I've exhausted all of my possibilities in the workshop, so back to the past I go. Let's see if I can do anything there. Let me actually see if I can do anything with you. But does not look like it. Anything else I can do up here? No. That just moves this one again. Okay, so it's a ratchet mechanism, so I cannot move backwards. And nothing else up here that I can gather. This is broken. Move that. Shoot the target. Oh, there's a tree in the way. Right. It moved far enough, so that's fine. Out of arrows. But I can grab that. A ring with ornamental handle. Need to manipulate that. Tool with the ornamental handle that looks like a kind of key, and I think I know where it goes. At least I assume it goes on the door here. Okay, ladder. The first thing one notices is that the center of Luca's entire estate is an old mill, but long years of use and equally long years of inaction have taken the toll on it. If we're going to use it for irrigation, we must make the necessary repairs first. But I never believed mere repairs would be enough. One of the reasons the mill is in such a bad shape is that the vein is related at different angles, destabilizing the whole mechanism. Determined to prevent this in the future, I linked the rotation of the vanes with gears. However, after adjusting the mechanism, rotating the tilt of the vanes proved to be a very demanding activity, so I added modern controls. A new and stronger metal axis with a proper handle that allows you to use your whole body to move it. Once I finish the Archimedes screw in the workshop annex, I can place it in the well and the irrigation system will be ready. Wooden folder. It folds. What a concept. Sketch of a windmill. I'm assuming this... Oh. I think this goes on the... I think this goes on the writing table. Right, the screw. It seems there was supposed to be some kind of counterweight on the rope behind the cage. Maybe something would happen if I found it and put it back. Right. I think that sketch goes on the writing table. Or something. In this empty bird. Oh, it's a perspective thing. Gets me a little an Archimedes screw model. That goes, of course, on the tower model. Oh no? It should go on here. Oh, do I put this in there? Indeed I do. A return button. Okay, now in here is probably the weather vane model. A key. A round key. Where do you go in up there? You don't look... Okay, you go in there. Get me a metal crank. That... Where does this go? Not quite sure where this goes, actually. Shouldn't go on there. I don't think it goes on here. Oh, does the metal crank go on the damage crank? Maybe. Probably not actually looking at this. And I don't think you go on there either. Have I seen anything where this could fit? Not here, that was a hope. And I didn't expect that to be the case. You don't go on here. Just testing the possibilities at that point. This needs a gear, not a crank. Probably to get this thing down. And those two maybe. Right, this is locked in now. I cannot rotate you anymore. I cannot rotate you anymore. Nothing more in here. And I don't think I can get to the chain with this crank. do not think it fits here that I actually use this for anything anymore. Let's see if I use it in the past. No, not other tool. I don't think I use it here or on this part. There's also nothing else in there. And this needs a counterweight, not a crank. And then there goes the Archimedes screw. So not the path then. I cannot rotate you to the left because a tree is in the way, which also means that technically they don't have a way to get up here. Which I guess is kind of an oversight. But alright, like, since I wanted to pour me a drink. One more thing I can check would be up there. Kinda doubt that though. Since the only thing here is this part and there I can already rotate. So no reason for another. Close this again. Why is this always open? No. Okay, down. Crank goes not on the star. What else do I have where I need to crank? I don't think you go on here. Yeah, no. Also nothing else I can get from there. Crank is currently the only thing I still have, so it is the necessary next step. But I'm not quite sure as to where. This one still annoys me. I think something goes in there, but it's not this crank. Crank in there? No. Still completely unsure what to do with that star thing. Right. Anything back here that needs a crank? No. Also not here. For that again I need a cart. This just needs a kind of lever. This also needs some kind of lever that gets stuck in and then pulled out with this thing. But not a crank. So not on the top. Can I put it in there? The thing in the door annoys me because it looks like there's something in there that I can pull out. cannot do anything here anymore. Pulled out the key. I cannot look to the left of it. I can zoom into here for some reason. But not do anything with that. Time portal sound also getting annoying a bit. There's nothing else to do with this. Or its counterpart on this side. I do not have whatever takes in here. A gear wheel with some kind of something. Huh. This is done. See nothing else anywhere. This has like a 4-leaf flower. Have I seen any like that anywhere? No. Yeah, on this thing where it was in. Can I take the key back out? I cannot otherwise manipulate that. Can I take anything else out? Can I put it back in? Because that wouldn't actually make any sense. Didn't expect that I needed hints in the first level, but I honestly do not know what to do with this crank. Cannot do anything here anymore. Except maybe put a crank on it, but I doubt it. No crank on this. I think I've interacted with basically anything and everything I can interact with. Except for the parts up there, which I cannot interact with anyway. This is not a 4-leaf flower. Cannot interact with this anymore. Don't think there's anything inside to use this on. This is just like a scale. Door doesn't have anything on it. This part doesn't have anything on it. There's a star on it, but that again needs the cart. Still can move the ladder. I can't walk over it unless it's anchored. Alright, I don't have any more arrows. Can I take this out? Yes. So I can technically reload. I actually also cannot go back down to the dragon. So that entire part is done. Okay, reload it. Not sure what else to shoot at though. Maybe just shoot at some things and see what happens. Alright, magazine then. Alright, load it in. Forgot about that. Can I shoot the bell off? Yes, I can. Ah, okay. It's that I can shoot it. Can I shoot you? Nothing happens. Further to the left is not possible. Clicked outside again, I believe. Even has a little handy dandy show of how much arrows you still have, bolts you still have. Okay, let's grab whatever was in the bell. A weird collaborate. I think from looking at this just from afar, I think this goes on here. Rush through once. Ah, this goes here, right, okay. The puzzle. Oh, here's entrance, here's exit. This looks like they have 3. Yo, those are triangles, so I have 3 options per. The only options I have with you is this. And then on this side I can go from down, down or left. Can go from here. But I can't go through there. So if I move you... Right. This one. Go down, go to the right. Go up. Perfect. And now I can open the gate from up top. Now then, gate, what do you hide? That looks like the screw. Close you again. Can't know if there's something coming down there that I have to catch. Rather catch it. Okay, screw offers me a smaller screw. A ringed screw. I think I know where that goes. Because of the hook on top, I believe it would go with this thing. Yep. Screw it in. Didn't even look at the weird sun ornament. Okay, pull it down. Pull it up. Grab the cogwheel. What is this? This looks like a puzzle for later. But I think I first need to drive the car through. Okay. Need something for here, huh? Oh, because this core... right. Yeah. I forgot to turn my phone off again. Huh. And it's just adds and builds. Okay. Now I can put the gears somewhere. Question is where? Oh, right. On the one thing where I said I need a gear. Grab you. A cutter. Grab you. You look like a type of lever thing. And grab you. A hand plane. And that I believe was all. Now. First off, cutter. Cutter, go cut. Ah, it's the Archimedes screw. Seems blocked by something? Oh no, I just have to hold. That looks like something I can grab. Tool with cross-shaped handle. You on the cart. Then the wooden plane needs something, or the hand plane. And though it, yes, it's still made out of wood. You I can manipulate outwards. And you go on the metal crank thing. Here. But that is then after I have the screw installed, I think. So this is pulled up, I cannot do anything with this yet. And for the plane I still need something. Assuming that the weird... that the What are they called? The ropes serve as a brake. Yep. Now I can use this. Okay. Up. No, right, right, right. Up. Okay. Grab you an ornament. Where do you go? Oh, you go on this. That gives me a plain handle. With this, I can, I'm not exactly sure. Do what? Can I put you in here? No. What do I do with this plain handle? Not in there. A weird diamond type. Which I assume goes somewhere. Not sure as to where though yet. Oh, here. Don't think it goes. Oh wait. Do you go in this lever? I think you do. Take out the lever and reuse it. This is actually kind of expensive for a first level compared to the other two first levels in the series. Okay. Then crank this. No, not yet. Can I go to the cart? Yes. If you're there, draw the cart forward a bit. And then I can crank it. This is the counterweight I need in the past. Also, with all those weights this guy keeps carrying, just this thing lands, makes a crate in the ground half its size. He just picks it up with his mind powers. Also, aren't weights generally massive? Whatever. Oh, so he... okay. In the past he rotated the... Yeah, in the past he rotated the wheels so that they wouldn't be destroyed by the storm. Okay. carcass load. How can I go there? Yeah, that's a bit of a messy situation you've got yourself in. Oh, this is just an elevator. I'm not sure I would go on an elevator like that. I think the principle behind it is sound. Now go up here. And again, close this. Then we get to the weather vane, finally. Okay, final letter. Dear Giacomo, once again I'm sorry for the test you just passed. It was necessary as you can't afford to be surprised the way we were at the Sacre San Michel. If you think about it, you might not be surprised to hear that Luca Pacioli and I are in Rome. Rome is a huge city and some of its less beautiful neighborhoods are ideal for people who need to stay out of sight, especially when those watching could be anywhere. The property of the shanty towns in Rome is important to us for several reasons, but I'll tell you more in person. You'll find us in an inn called the Bald Lady. Be careful, I look forward to seeing you again. Please don't forget to bring the Chronicle, you will know best where to put it. Part of a bronze chalice, use this as a counterweight for the book. Leonard wrote that the wind would whisper about the path to take. The drawing of the rooster was a nice touch, but getting here was a lot more challenging than just realizing what my goal was. Anyway, it is done. It doesn't look like I'm being followed or even that anyone knows about this house, but I don't blame Leonardo for wanting to make sure. It's always better to be careful, but now it's time for me to get the Chronicle and make my way to Rome. Good. Finally, you have everything prepared to follow Leonardo to Rome. Definitely more expensive than the other first letters. The library and the prison was more of a tutorial. The second one was the labyrinth. Right, the Bald Lady, Rome 1508. Learning times have increased a bit. Okay. Book. Slums, Rome, 1508. The road from the house of Leonardo's friend was long, but luckily after some time I met a traveling merchant with extra space in his wagon and interesting company. He took me to the gates of Rome, but when I told him what part of the city was my destination, he just shook his head. Apparently Leonardo wasn't kidding when he mentioned the slums.
Why are you mucking around, boy?
These men seem angry. If I don't want a problem, I need to either come later or bypass them. Or earlier. Door. No, but chain. Get me some rats.
You, Giacomo. They waiting for you upstairs.
Don't worry. Don't keep 'em waiting.
The road from the house of Leonardo's friend was right. Finally arrived at the place of our meeting. I had goosebumps just walking through the district. But as the master says, the greatest deception we suffer is that of their own opinions and biases. I need to give this place a chance and look forward to seeing Leonardo again. Door is locked. 2 doors. Door is also locked. Door number 3. Yes.
Tell me, what do you think about all this? Giacomo! God be praised! I knew you could do it, but I was still worried. Did you bring the Chronicle? We were successful after all. Just as I hoped. The Chronicle records the whole history of this secret order, this Ordo Justitalis. I will need a moment to find what we are looking for, but this is immensely interesting. I should probably introduce you. Next to me stands my great friend and advisor. I owe much to him and consider him the most erudite friar in the whole clergy. Honorable Luca Bartolomeo Paciali.
Don't exaggerate, Leonardo. You underrate my brothers.
That is not my intention, but it is still my opinion. And before us is my disciple and assistant, about whom I have spoken so much. A man possibly brought to me by fate itself to help me carry the weight of my burden. Messer Giacomo Andrea de Ferrara.
I greet you, Giacomo. Please, don't blame Leonardo for his bluntness. He couldn't wait to read the Chronicle. I'm sure you've noticed that when he gets like this, there is no talking to him. Sit down, have a bite. You must be tired after your journey. We have a veritable feast here. Vegetables, pastries, fruit. More vegetables. Well, your master isn't the funnest person in the world, but you surely noticed that as well.
Luca makes fun of me often, but this time I'm really not able to find out where the point is hiding. He would do better to focus on real problems.
See? Just like I said. But seriously, real problems. I'm sure Leonardo told you how, once upon a time, he met Caesar Borgia with members of a secret society. They brought fragmented plans for some strange machine and asked him to construct it for them. At first he agreed, but when he found out what a terrible weapon the machine could become, he decided not to give it to them.
I see. There can be no more doubt. The secret society was indeed Ordo Justitalis. They also had plans for the time machine, however incomplete, because in the past they had a similar time machine. So why did they need my help?
Either way, in the end, Ordo Justitalis took the machine from the Tower of Badia Fiorentina. Shortly after Leonardo used it, and just moments after you did as well, Giacomo, when you tried to save your very life from the half-crazed Borgia who took your glove before you came to? I wonder what the story was with the Duke. When they came with the plans, he seemed to have a position of power within the Order, but after your escape to Florence, they didn't cooperate at all. And that's something we should thank Providence for, because until Ordo Justitalis obtains one of the gloves, they can't use the machine, even if they are able to reconstruct it.
Aha! Here, right at the end of the Chronicle. But the year 1465 after Christ came. And for the Order of the Justice, the world was never the same. During that event, their time machine, which they'd called the Gate of the Temple of Wisdom, must have been damaged. That is why they needed my help.
So, to summarize, the Order took Leonardo's time machine, and we don't know where. Borgia took Giacomo's glove, and we don't know where. At least, we still have the one Leonardo came with, which is broken. Seriously, gentlemen, and I say this as your friend, you should start looking after your things.
That would be an excellent analysis, Luco, if not for the sarcasm and one small mistake that I will correct in a moment. But before that, could you give me the glove?
Here it is. Pretty, but broken.
Fortunately, that does not matter at all. There is one thing I haven't told you yet, my friends. When Borgia came to me all those years ago, he had not only those incomplete plans to build a time machine, but also 3 ampules with a strange liquid. I don't know where they came from, but they react to open the gate of time. Thanks to them, I can determine where the gate should take us. 1 ampule is set in each glove, and 1 in the Oculus Perpetua. Each of them, when set correctly, will allow us to jump through the gate a maximum 15 years in time. This means that if we wanted to get travel back to the original time machine in the year 1465, 45 years in the past, we would need all 3 of them.
So you insist that we need to destroy the original time machine? Completely wipe it from history? No matter the risk, no matter how hard it might be?
As long as the Order has the plans and the will to use it, mankind will never be safe from the invention. I regretted having started working on the time machine. But what do you think would have happened if I had sent them away?
I suppose they would try to find someone else? But I'm sure that nobody else would be able to finish it with such incomplete plans.
Perhaps, perhaps not. But if not now, then what about in a year, 10 years, 1,000 years? Sooner or later, someone would do it. All it would take would be one moment of weakness and a great deal of naivety or bad intentions, and the world as we know it could cease to exist. No, my friend, trust me that there is no other way. The machine should never have been in human hands.
You are right, Leonardo. I know you have thought about it for a long time, and I trust that your decision is not made lightly. I think I can speak for the both of us when I say that we stand behind you. Well, I think it is high time that we told Giacomo the whole truth about why we met here.
All right. It is true that we don't know where the time machine is, but we know how to get the 3rd ampule because Borgia will surely keep the glove close. And we do know where he is hiding. Right there, just across the street, in the tall building.
You couldn't have found a better hiding spot. No normal person would step foot in this neighborhood. Marco was rather surprised when he saw him here. Marco is the jolly man who welcomed you downstairs. He has a lot of friends around, and they learned that Borgia's hideout is very well prepared for, uninvited guests. But right next to it is a burnt pub. Perhaps it would be possible to get inside through that.
Just before you arrived, Marco informed us that Borgia left. We have a unique opportunity to get in and take the glove. Giacomo, out of all of us, you are best suited for this task. We leave it in your hands. Be careful.
Bad time to bring up that I'm actually still a spy for Borgia. Technically. Right. Ah, a cat started the fire. Of course they did. Right, the door is locked. Probably need some kind of key for here. That way I can open the... what would you call that? The bag of wine? Fireplace is currently burning, I can't go there. I can only go through the time portal from this perspective, at which point it is broken. And I cannot get anything. Door is locked. Can I do anything with the meats? No. Okay, handle with 2 protrusions. Then the bag of wine. No longer burnt out. Is the door repaired? Yes. Wonderful. Also, a bit of tall assumption that he didn't just take the glove with him. Right. It was easy, but I got into the house, so Borgia hides in Rome. The room in which I found myself is dominated by a large map of northern Italy, which is obviously important to him. I evidently need to proceed further, but there's no straightforward way in yet. This is on the upper floor was reunited with Leonardo and finally met his good friend Luca Piccioli. After talking to them, it's clear we must try to destroy the time machine. It is simply too dangerous to risk it being used by someone unworthy. Now it's in the hands of Order Justitialis, an order that may have had virtuous beginning, but judging by its connection to Borgia, its virtue has long since disappeared. Fortunately, the gate is damaged, and even if they were able to repair it, they can't use it without Leonardo's gloves, which were deliberately designed as a failsafe. Except that Borgia now has one of them, and it's only a matter of time before he figures out what it's good for, if he hasn't already. According to Lucas' information, Borgia has a hideout in the slums, but is not here yet. Here at the moment, so we have a unique opportunity. The only way is to gather our wits, break in, and find the glove. But I must be careful, as the place is surely be full of traps and obstacles. Right, and then here we have the map of northern Italy. We also have this little thing here, which is locked. Shouldn't I be able? Oh no, it's also on the back. Okay. I cannot manipulate anything here. So to the map I go. Can I do anything on this map? Does not appear I can. This little globe thing, however, I also cannot do anything with. And up here I need a kind of key. Or a crest or something. picture of the man. Dear son, I am satisfied with your leadership of the papal army, and I am pleased to see the diplomatic skill with which you have managed to integrate the army of the French king into your own. That will be very important in the coming days. The time for a sovereign territory ruled only by a house, the House of Da is at hand. I heard you had some trouble using gunpowder with your mercenaries. Learn from the French. What good are inlands if we do not use them appropriately? Finally, the most important thing. How are the plans going that you gave to Master Leonardo? I understand it is a big job, but it's imperative that you have control over the progress of his work. I don't care how you handle it. Your father, Rodrigo Borgia Alexander V. Pomax, 1496, Vatican. So that was 12 years ago. Okay, crest goes in. What is this? Okay, so it's inverted colors. So this would be black on the top left, that would be down here. Firenze. Then you are there. Okay, I need a triangle top left. Oh, we now have... Okay. I believe that would be down here. No. That would be not here, that would be here. No, this way around. San Vincenzo. Okay, looking down. Lock pick. That's just a key. That's not a lock. That's not how lockpicking works. So I can press something with this. For that I need something to press. Oil or lamp. Do we have here? This one is not connected, right? Can I pull those out? No. So I need another stud. What do you use that oil lamp for? Stamping tool needs to be above the work area, otherwise I can't use it. Right. So this is not a stamping tool. What do I use this for? The oil lamp. Can I turn that on? Is there... Okay, can apparently not turn that on. I still cannot do anything here. Some bottles down there. Cannot do that with the oil lamp. And oil lamp I'm pretty sure I cannot use here. No. I don't think I can return back to the pub. Correct. I can still look at the map, but not really do anything with it. Nope. Accidental right clicks. So this is not the stamping tool. Ah, this is the stamping tool. But for that I need a kind of something to stamp on. Yeah, okay, so that... So put that back, put that up. I cannot move this up. While, okay, I cannot move this up while this is up here. I don't have anything to stamp. And I don't think I can find anything down here to stamp. No. Can I put my book under there? This is the letter. Any paper up here I can use to stamp. Oh, oil lamp? Oil lamp. Are we burning the entirety of Italy? Or North Italy? Right, so that's 2 to 5, 2 to 5, 4, 2 and 5, 1, 1 and 5. I guess that's correct. He managed to make some scratches on the map, and I'm sure I'm one step closer to discovering Borgia's secrets. However, I'm still not sure what exactly I meant to stamp down there. Cannot interact with that. So if I just... Since I have no paper... No, go down. Move you forward. Then would be this one, this one, this one, here, here, then 1 and 1 And 5. But that did nothing. Because I need to put something there. And I'm not quite sure as to what. Cannot do anything with this anymore. I cannot go back up. I can still look at the... Oh, something opened. Okay. That's a tool with a rotary handle. That looks like a screwdriver. It in fact is a screwdriver. My guess was right. Oh, it showed this one. Okay. I think there's something missing from the machine. That gives me a bead screw, which I can use to screw into the chest down there. Then okay, this gives me metal card, which I then put in here. I'm assuming this is just to erase what was stamped on. Okay. Then I need 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, 1, 5. Then I'm assuming this card goes in here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure as to where though. Oh, it goes in here. Put that back in. Okay, I get a bottle of something. Okay, first off, go here and pull that lever forward. Bottle. For that I need to move the last one as well, which I assume now has something to do with this bottle. Switch missing on the base. I cannot move this without switch missing. I do not get anything from here. Wait, I can push this back in. Why? Okay, regardless. Oh shit, that's just a giant... Is this just a Gatling? No, This is still correct, I'm pretty sure. I'm just missing a switch now. But where that would be is a mystery. Ammo casings are ready to be filled. Where would such a switch be hiding? It was not in the chest. As I cannot look at the top part. I am also done with this part. And I can't take anything off. Cannot take anything from here. Where would that switch be? Cannot grab in there. I cannot turn this around anymore. Bottle is filled. No switch. There's no switch I can grab from here. I can only move this back up. But this is not a switch. This has done something. Switch could be there on the bottom, but I cannot access that. Oh, it closed this thing again. Okay. Why I would want that, I'm not sure. I also have the hand sign here. I cannot do anything with that thing. Cannot pull anything off of there. There are no switches around here, if I see correctly. At least none that I could grab. There is no more here I can take out. There is no more here I can take out. Behind the picture is also no more. Where would such a switch be hidden? Not on the chest and not in the chest. Not on here. I can only move this forwards and backwards. I cannot take anything off. cannot move back there. At this point, this is because this is just a pixel hunt at that point. Because that switch is relatively small. And most of the alcoves that gave me things up until now, I've already checked. There is no switch here, there is no switch here. This thing looks weird, but I can't manipulate it in any way. Move you back. Closes the door up there. I cannot move you. This does nothing on this side. I'm pretty sure I can manipulate this thing later. But not as of now. Right. At this point, I'm taking a hint as to where the switch is supposed to be hiding. Yeah, this looks literally just like a gun. A multi-barreled one at that. This just does nothing. Can I remove the metal plate? That stops this. That closes that one again. That does not give me a switch in any shape, way, or form. Also does not allow me to manipulate that, so that's also a non-starter. So put it back in. And reactivate. I see not where the switch would be. I also cannot take this one out. Our casings are already prepared to be filled. There's a switch missing on the base. I can't move this without it. Where is that switch? One on the side of the weapon next to the large powder container, cover concealed small switch. I should try to flip it. Next to the large powder container, cover concealed a small switch. I should try to flip it. This one, I did. Oh, what? Okay. It's just straight up an automatic gun. So you shoot down here, then you shoot over here. Following that, you shoot then to the left. You receive and shoot up, which you receive to the right, and then here. went through the wall to a very well-equipped lab. I never imagined Borgia as a great thinker. Strategist maybe, but an alchemist? Looking around the hideout, I found several inventions or parts of mechanisms that clearly show Leonardo created them. Perhaps he used the inventions of other scholars he employed in a similar way, or maybe it just shows the depths of his desperation. First of all, touch everything. One, 2, 3, 4. But I cannot rotate that one yet. Cannot do anything up there. Nitre, hydrogen, soda, strontium, sulfur, carbon, oxygen. That looks like a mortar. Something of that kind. Nothing around here. Okay. What are you? Fill the lever, nothing happens. I think I need to fill that first. And for that I need to put something here. That needs some kind of key. This as well. To lift this and grab whatever is in there. There I also need something to put in, and this looks like it's an oven. For which I also need something else. Okay. Then down here. Down here I have frame legs. That's what I have. The levels are definitely more expensive than the last game. A neat trap. I managed to get to the top floor, but only managed to escape the spinning blade of scythe at the last moment. If it was just a little slower. Evidently, Borgia's not joking. I should proceed with extreme caution. That gives me a bent wire. Then what do we have here? A letter. There's the glove, right. There is something poetic about the rotating scythe. The idea of using them militarily may seem cruel, but it's perfectly fascinating. Leonardo is said to have been inspired by the war machines of the Roman Empire and the designs. With the strength of the ancient Romans, I could easily conquer all of Italy, but I can only work with what I have. And the firearm Leonardo sent me. That is art. It's not much use in real combat yet, but with a little effort and minor adjustments to the gunpowder recipe, it can become my enemy's worst nightmare. One man, a single weapon, and dozens of dead in just the first few moments of battle. But what matters is that what the master still hasn't sent me. I know he's still working on the gate, but he's avoiding completing it. Maybe it's time to change my approach. Perhaps he can be persuaded to be more diligent if I give him the post of chief military architect and engineer. Doubtful. I finally discovered where Cesare Borgia had hidden Leonardo's glove, in a room above the alchemy lab. Unfortunately, he locked it tight. That's glass, you can't smash it. Right, the bent wire. Where would I use that? Gives me impure charcoal powder, a switch, and a kind of bell, which I can't use yet. Switch. Right. So this is the switch I needed for here. Turn that to the floor. Then fill it up again. And pull it through. I don't think I will need the ammo casings anymore. Yeah. Right, because it's going to the this bottle, which I will now grab. Flacon of gunpowder. I was able to obtain a sample of gunpowder from the weapon that was blocking the entrance to Borgia's hideout. Using lab equipment, I'm sure I can figure out what it's made of and how to modify it to light the boiler. Right, so I'm assuming that you go in here. No. You go somewhere here. Not on there. Not on there, I'm sure. Could technically go on there, but that appears also to not be the case. That needs a key. And I don't think you fit in here. No. Right, I think... For that I need 3 different things. Impure charcoal. That again looks like a burner. Or an oven. Cannot rotate this fully. There was nothing else on the top floor, if I recall correctly. So the coal does not go in here. Does not go in here. Cannot rotate that. Cannot open those. You do not accept the bottle, I think. And this one also doesn't. Also no coal. Cannot put the coal up there, cannot put the gunpowder up there. I also cannot interact with this thing, so I'm assuming that it's not important. For this I need to put something to lift this. And that I need to hook into here. Or this hook. That I need to open somehow with something else. Neither coal nor bottle go in there. There is nothing else on you that I need, right? Right. Also, the man had a lot of free time here with the bow. Or crossbow. Is this a memory? Oh, I need to find this thing, which is here and there. Then the snail, which is here and there. The man, which I know to be here and there. Finally, the jester, which is not there, not here. He's here and here. Key in a resin. I found the key to the chest right next to it, but it's sealed in resin. I'll have to find a way to get it out of there. Luckily, I have a dab at my disposal. I have no idea how you soften resin, except for maybe heating it, which softens basically everything if you heat it enough. Yep, key goes in there. Close. That gives me here. Metal part. Okay, I decided to put a key in an ornate furnace in the lab. I don't think the resin will be able to endure the heat. I have to find some suitable fuel though, which will then be the gunpowder thing. Okay, now remove that. Turn it. That is sand and a metal lattice. Where does this go? It does not go on here, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't think it goes on here. Also correct. So it would have to go here somewhere. On this table. But as to what exactly, I am at a loss. Not in there. That's a plus. Metal lattice does not go here. And I can't interact with the thing on the right. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I need to put something in there to then rotate. Where else could the metal lattice go? I think I'm done with this part. Metal lattice also does not go on here, I'm sure. Right. That is probably where the bottle holding the fuel goes. Okay, bottle goes there. Allows me to grab this container with gunpowder. That feels like it fits in here. And then I have an incomplete filter, which I add the sand or the metal lattice that looks like sand. Okay. Coal in there, get this weight. I was able to obtain a sample of the gunpowder from the weapon that was blocking the entrance to Borges hideout. Right. This now gives me the entire thing. So the gunpowder has 452 and the oven furnace has 315. 452 So 4 of the plus, 5 of this diagonal thing, and 3 and 2 of the 1. Cannot open these yet. Where does the weight go? Oh wait, the weight I feel like goes on here. It does not in fact go on there. It's also not go on there, it does not go on the scales. Weight does not go in there. This is the plus thing. I feel like the weight is the next important thing. I cannot grab more coal. I can however grab that charcoal powder. Do I press this? No. Does not go in there. Cannot do anything with that yet. Oh, so that's carbon. This is carbon, okay. Then the other two things are sulfur and niter. One is 15 pounds. I need 452. I have 5 of carbon, so I need 1 unit of carbon. How much are you? I will probably always go to the down. Yes. Not sure what exactly that is supposed to mean though. I still cannot do anything with this thing. And I still cannot do anything with this thing either. This I still cannot use as well. But okay, so this then pumps something in or out. Right. I cannot turn this around. This has the sign of this weight. But I cannot do anything with the weight. Now I'm not sure if this means I need something to put in there or if this is sulfur. I'm assuming I still need to put something in there. Don't think that fits. I cannot interact with anything down there. And I don't think I need any more from this side. I technically can't fill the bottle again. But that doesn't help me. also cannot return this one again. So yeah, I think this machine is done. Yeah, my bag is also done. This just leads to here, which is probably used to mix the whole thing. Yeah, let me see if there's something upstairs that I can use the weight on. I don't feel like there is. Right, I assume this is empty. There's at least nothing else I can grab. This is not relevant. This is also empty. Right. 5 carbon, 4 niter, and 1 niter, 4 sulfur. How do I open this? Need to open that first. Don't currently seem to have the option to do so. This is 2, 1, 4. Those are still closed. And I cannot move this thing because of this thing. I cannot move this thing because of this thing, which I cannot manipulate. Also nothing to see with the lens. Cannot put anything in here, cannot manipulate this. Don't have anything with a plus sign on it. This is just to press something. Not sure as to what. This is just a weight. This weight is shown on these things. But I cannot do anything with it yet. Weight left, right. That I can't just use the weight, which seems to be made of iron, to smash that thing. That would be my solution. Just smash it. Right, cannot use that. Cannot put the lever. Nothing else up here. This needs some kind of weight. There is one inside. But I cannot use the charcoal or the weight on it. I also cannot use the weight up here. Just look at everything with the lens. This part is done. Only wanted the metal lattice from that. Does not appear that anything is written up here either. I can only look at this guy, not at the scythe. I also cannot look at this guy. Only thing I can look at in here is this part. And the chest on top. Of which I cannot do anything with. So I think top is done until I get the key out. Everything else has to happen down here. I'm just unsure as to how. Right. This is just the same. Strontium, sulfur, carbon, oxygen. With the machine in front. Cannot rotate those manually. Cannot lift that manually. Cannot manipulate this switch. Can you manipulate anything here? Wait, can I just put the... I can just put the weight on it. Okay. 5th of November 1503. My father is dead, and it wasn't a disease, as they say. It was a clear attempt on our lives, in this case unfortunately successful. Without the Pope's help, my own power is dissipating. The only way forward is through the gate. I tried to keep my priorities straight, but I was a fool. I was lured by the promises of Cardinal Giuliano della Rovere. He was supposed to leave me in charge of the Papal Army in the Order Justitianus, but right after I helped him win, he double-crossed me. Looking back, it was so obvious. He's the one who had me and my father poisoned. I swear one day he shall fall by my hand. Every time I feel desperate, my mind goes back to that map. It comforts me to revisit the victories I won as commander of the combined Papal and French armies. Perhaps when I finally gain control over the gate, I can finish my work. There will be even more cities on my map and the name of the Borgias forever recorded in history. Right, okay, then take that off again. It moves back out. Move it there. Open drawer number 1. Rotary switch. Okay, and I have 5 right, 3 left, 4 right. I think the rotary switch probably goes on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems to be blocked somehow. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. So that will go to the left. Right, now I should also be able... Wait, that's 5, 3, 4. Okay, take that off. Can I just put you on there? Yes, but that doesn't do anything. Was in point 4. Was there any code? No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I'd have to do that all at once. Huh. It's one of those little puzzle games. And I can reset. Okay. Okay. Arrows in the spider. Then this thing on there. Use the water and the fire. And the gold. And then this dude. Wing nut. This looks like it goes on the... Yeah, this is the thing that then goes in here. But for now, I feel like it goes on here, maybe? Maybe later. winged? No. I don't think I can use you here. No. Neither that. Can I use you here? No. Ah, you can use you here. Then I can finally take this way off and put it on this one. This gives me sulfur and a small hook. Then take the weight off. Crumpled letter. Esteemed Cesare de Borgia, it is my great pleasure to banish you from the Vatican. You, or the man paid with your money, while you still have some left, are no longer welcome. The papal guard has strict orders to deal with you. As for your former membership in a certain order, I will offer you a friendly warning. Efforts to misuse the information you learn as a member would be unpleasant, perhaps even stressful. Given your state of health, I would advise against further involvement in these matters. After all, a lifestyle of stress and sin cost your father his life. It would be regrettable if you followed him into the depths of hell so soon. Pope Julius II, formerly known as Giuliani della Rovere, 3rd of November 1503, Vatican City. P.S. If you care to know my recommendation, forget everything you've been through in the last 10 years. Become a monk, find some peace. P.P.S. It is impossible to hide from the sight of God himself. Seems very papal to me. Okay, I need something here. This, I feel like I take this way. And this one looks like I can slot it in here. Yep. And then the weight. That gives me a metal symbol. Now, if I put the coal in here, that's 45 coal. That is too much, of course. Now I have a scale. I need 15 coal. Right, this is 5. Yeah, I need 15 coal. So 45 is 3 times as much as I need. Anyway, use the metal symbol here. Gives me a saltpeter crystal and a strange key. The strange key, of course, goes in there. Then I need... Okay, so this gives out all of it. Open it back up. Then, what do I do with this? This pumps out. Then this should be 15 grams, which would be exactly as much as I need. Or 15 units. Yes. So now I should actually be able to just put that on here. Yep, that's fine. Okay, next I need nitro. I need... Wait, first is sulfur, of which I need 45. 3 units. First off, crush. Take that. Also, saltpeter. Crush. Saltpeter powder. Now, sulfur I need 45 of. 45 would be 3 units. So let me measure that. That's 45, okay. And then saltpeter I need, or niter, I need 75 of. I currently have 90, so I need to remove 1. So, sulfur. Then you have 9 units, which means I also need to remove... No, you have 6 units. You have remove 1. Put it on. So now I should perhaps be able to put this on and then fill it. Full powder flask. Now put this on the oven. Turn it on. Let the resin melt. Unfortunately, there's no kind of calipers or something, so I'll probably have to... Okay, it just explodes. Touching this is probably bad for your health. Giacomo is apparently just Superman. Immune to pain. That looks like a trapdoor, gonna be honest. Yep. As expected.
The trap has sprung, Giacomo. Does the situation remind you of something? I guess it's fate that the betters should have power over the rest. And what about those 2 nannies of yours? Happily drinking in safety while they sent you into the lion's den. In your place, I would be upset. But I am not interested in your feelings. Just listen to me and then do as you are told. It's in your own interest. I heard you already met the Viper's Tangle, calling themselves a lofty Ordo Justitialis. That's good. What you don't know is that they are currently led by the Pope. He is the puppet master. He would be the one profiting if they got their hands on a working time machine. And I have very personal reasons to hate Pope Julius II. I had everything. I was the most powerful man in all Italy. But fortune is a fickle mistress. O fortuna variabilis. Julius II had his predecessor, and my father, Alexander VI, killed. He usurped the chair of St. Peter and misused the power of his station to take everything from me. My position in the order, my prestige and reputation, and even my domain. And thus, I bet everything on one last gambit. To obtain the time machine and reverse my destiny. I'll give you the glove you seek. But I want something in return. I know you are too much of a coward to kill the Pope. Besides, I wouldn't let anyone take the pleasure from me. But I have another use for you, Giacomo. When my father was still alive, he appointed me to the Ordo Justitialis to find out more about the broken time machine and search for someone who could make it work again. It was then that we came to that Leonardo da Vinci of yours. And during this time, I learned something very interesting. Generation after generation of Grandmasters inherited this amulet. When the Order fell to the Pope's might, the Pope took it, and in time, he granted it to his successors, along with the power over the Ordo Justitialis. It's only a piece of metal, but it is a very powerful symbol. A symbol of supremacy over the Order, and I want it. And that means you, Giacomo, will get it for me. I don't care how you do it. But as I am an eternally gracious man, I'll give you a hint. In the Pope's study is a secret passage which will lead you directly to the amulet. Make one of your nannies help you. The monk was always in the Pope's good graces. He might finally be useful, and maybe could even atone for getting you into this mess, don't you think? But that's your problem, as well as getting out of this cage. And don't forget, the amulet for the glove, piece for a piece. When you get it, I'll let you know where we will meet again. This is a token of my goodwill. We will see each other soon. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Giacomo.
Right. As expected. I should have known. Intrigue is second nature to Borgia. He stayed on step ahead. He knew exactly what I was looking for. He knew about me and Leonardo and Luca. He may have even deliberately leaked information about his hiding place to lure us to Rome. God knows how long he'd been watching me, mocking me, waiting for me to spring his magnificent trap. So it wasn't technically a trapdoor, but same thing. It's hard to say how much I could trust what he told me, but in this case I think it was in his best interest to provide sufficient insight into the situation. Most shocking was the detail that the Pope was the one controlling the Ordo Justitialis. Borgia didn't mention how it happened, and I wasn't in a position to ask questions. Another important piece of the puzzle is the obvious hatred Borgia feels for the current Pope. According to his words, the Pope was behind his decline at the death of his father. It is true that word of the sudden death of Rodrigo Borgia echoed around Italy, and it was rumored that it may not have been entirely natural. But the most important thing that came to light from Cesare Borgia's monologue was the fact that he is willing to trade Leonardo's glove. He wants me to break into the Pope's chambers and steal the amulet that symbolizes the power of Ordo Justitialis. He said it's a mere trinket, but has high symbolic value. I don't know whether to believe that, but given the situation, I have no choice but to accept the exchange for now. I like how their depiction of the Pope is kind of accurate. Of the wait, I have red, white, green. That's white, red, white. Oh, I have red, white, green, and purple. So that's purple. That's white. I cannot move green. Oh, I have down here even more. So that's green. So I have purple. No, purple. Green. But that always moves one other thing out of the way. So I can only move, that, okay. So, purple. Move that. Green. Move it further. Then white and red. Then It's a little jack-in-the-box. Yeah, I like how the this description of the Pope basically just being a murderous bastard is kind of accurate for the time period. Okay, that appears to have been that chapter. That's 3 hours. And I think I will stop for now. After apparently this cutscene. Oh, this is just a part to the next step. Pope's Chambers, Vatican. Not now, I will read this. Nothing more to read. Okay, as such, as mentioned, I will stop, bid you a good night, and I will continue this some other time.